Hello, my dear students. As you know, we have started our chapter number 9, the Mauryan Empire, and we have finished up to Ashoka, his early life. Today, in this module, our topic is Ashoka's Dham. Let us study about Ashoka's Dham. So, let us begin with Ashoka's Dham. The principles of Buddhism guided Ashoka's policy at home and abroad. He believed life could become peaceful and virtuous by following certain high ideals. Virtuous mean if you are following the good things which are away from evils. So this Ashoka called Dhamma, which is Prakrit equivalent of Sanskrit word Dharma. By following the ideals of Dham, life could become pure and simple without anger, cruelty, pride, and jealousy. He explained Dham in the edicts which we have done, the rock edicts and the pillar edicts. So he explained Dham in the edicts which were mainly written in Brahmi script. This script is developed from Indus Valley script, and this script is not been deciphered, but the Prakrit language which is being written on the rock edicts and the pillar edicts had been deciphered by James Prinsep. He was an English archaeologist. So he used Prakrit, the language of common people, in these edicts. Thus the common people could understand his teachings of Dhamma. Now let us deal with the principles of Dhamma. So the first principle was non-violence. People should follow ahimsa, that is the non-violence. No animals to be slaughtered or sacrificed. Next, respect. Respect for parents, elders, and kindness towards slaves and servants. Next is tolerance. Tolerance toward all religion. Now you know Ashoka was following Buddhist religion, but the other religions which were over there, for example, Jain religion was over there and Hindu religion were over there. So he respected those religions also, and he never forced any person to convert his religion to Buddhism. Charity for poor. So these were some principles of Ashoka's Dham. Moreover, Ashoka used to say that all men are my children. He ruled his subjects like a father. So now let us deal with some of the welfare measures done by Ashok. He appointed officials called Dhamma Mahamatras to propagate Dharma, especially the Buddhist Dharma. He built hospitals for men and animals, rest houses and wells for travelers. He built roads and planted cherry trees on both sides of the road. He toured his country to gather information about his people and heard their complaints. And during his rule, crime were rare and punishments were mild. In the picture you can see the Dholi caves of Kalinga. Inside these caves there are rock edicts of Ashoka which are of immense importance for our history. The next is Ashokan pillar. It's being located in Vaishali. Now let us deal with spread of Buddhism. Ashoka embraced Buddhism as a result of Kalinga War. He made huge gifts to Buddhists and undertook pilgrimages to Buddhist shrine. For example, here in the picture you can see the Buddhist shrine Sanchi Stupa. It's located in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So he made pilgrimages to Buddhist shrines. Ashoka devoted his time, energy and vast resources towards the spread of Buddhism in and outside India. He himself became a Buddhist and gave up hunting and became a vegetarian. He spread the principle of Dhamma by having them engraved on rocks and pillars, the edicts which we have seen earlier. He appointed special officials called Dhamma Mahamatras, whose duty was to improve the general life of the people and enforce the principles of Dhamma across the country. Moreover, he sent missionaries to Burma, that is Myanmar nowadays, and Sri Lanka. He sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka to preach Buddhism, and it was due to Ashoka's effort that Buddhism spread far beyond India. Missionaries, for example, the monks, are being sent to other countries to propagate or spread the religion. Next, he organized the Third Buddhist Council at Patliputra. For what reason? To discuss the ways of propagating the religion. He ordered the construction of Buddhist monasteries and many stupas. Now, what are the monasteries? Where monks are living. What are the stupas? Where the relics of the Buddhists have been kept, especially the high priests which are over there with high ideals. Okay, and in the picture you can see the Third Buddhist Council. It was being organized by Ashoka. What was the purpose? Here the ways were being discussed how to propagate the Buddhist religion. And today your homework will be read your chapter thoroughly from page 76 to 80. In our next video, we will discuss about the modern administration. Thank you.